Hey, my name's Joel, and in this video, me and my dog Rosie here are going to be unboxing this Turbro, not Turbo, Turbro 29-inch smokeless fire pit. They call this one the Pluto R29. I'm really excited because it looks super unique and has a lot of features that I've been looking for. So we're going to take it out of the box together, look at all the features, try it out, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion. So let's go ahead and unbox this thing. Okay, I believe this is the ash pan that goes on the bottom. We got a user's manual here. That's gonna come in handy. This is a cover. Yeah, cover with the nice Turbro logo on it there. And then along the top, we have all these bags of translucent rocks. They're like glass type rocks. They're gonna go around this cool tray that goes all the way around the top of the fire pit. So we'll set these aside and install them later. Rosie, are you gonna help at all? You just gonna sit there while I do all the work? All right, dude. And almost missed it here. They do have a little bag of screws. So evidently something needs a little bit of assembly. So we will carefully set these in the ash pan. Okay, styrofoam. Everything's packed in here really nicely. We've got what looks to be our top ring and the main part of the fire pit right here on the bottom. Oh boy, a little bit on the heavier side. Here on the bottom, we're still pulling things out. We've got, oh cool, a grill grate. And we've got, I see, this is what's gonna require some assembly. We have some brackets here all the way on the bottom. It's our feet. So these are the brackets that are gonna need those screws. Little feet like that are gonna go on the bottom. And then finally, there's a couple brackets that look like this. We'll find out what those are for in just a minute. Okay, I believe I've unboxed everything, so I'm gonna go ahead and put all this plastic back in here, get all the pieces to the middle. Okay, so after consulting the instructions, I can see that these are the trays for the ash pan. And you have 2 screw holes there, 2 screw holes there. They're gonna line up like this, one on each side. And that's gonna allow that ash pan to slide underneath and collect all the ashes through that hole. The unit's currently upside down if you can't tell that. So let's go ahead and get this all bolted on here. You are the laziest helper I've ever had. Have you done any work today? No? This is all you want to do. Yeah. Okay, so we've attached the 4 screws on both sides for these brackets, 2 there and 2 over here. Now it looks like our feet have 3 holes that line up right there. There we go, you can see them. 1 right there, 1 right there, and 1 right there. So let's go ahead and get these feet attached. And there are these little indentations that need to meet the end of the feet like that will hold it up. So make sure you get these on the inside of those indents. All right, now we are cruising. We have all 3 feet screwed in here, and we have our ash pan mounts here. So all we have to do is flip this thing over now. All right, let's just flip this over here. All right, this is the front with the logo, and got a couple extra screws here. I'm just gonna stick in my pocket. And this is where the ash pan goes in. You can kind of see it fits right here. Let's see, there we go. Goes in right there and has this nice handle that pulls out. To me, that's a next level feature because I have a lot of fire pits and none of them have ash pans. It's hard to get the ash out of the bottom. So because this has a hole in the bottom and simply drops to your ash pan, you can clean it out much more easily. Do you want to help? Now, after reading the instructions, I realized I was wrong. This is not a grill grate. This actually goes on the bottom of the fire pit. And again, this grate on the bottom, along with that air hole, is going to allow air to recirculate and come up through these ports on the side. That's how we get better circulation, a more complete burn on your fire, and ultimately less smoke. Then this ring right here just goes on top, and we are complete with one exception: the decorative rock that's supposed to go on the top. It goes all the way around the edges. That kind of helps refract the fire and the flame and make it that much more beautiful. So let's do that. I'm guessing we're just looking for a uniform decoration around the edges. There we go, just spread it out. Try to keep it all in this channel and none in my yard. Oh, this is gonna space out perfectly. Last bag. Perfect amount of rocks all the way around. Look at that. All right, so just in summary of everything that we've done so far, we put 3 feet on the bottom here, along with our ash collection tray there, this nice handle. We placed our grill grate on the bottom, put our top ring on, and placed these decorative stones, these glass stones, all the way around the perimeter. Now all that we have to do is wait till it's a little darker and light a fire. What do you say, Rosie? You ready for a fire? Huh? And before we heat this thing up with a fire, let's go ahead and try on the cover. It seems to have a nice waterproof kind of lining on the inside. It's got a drawstring on the bottom. Just goes over top like this to keep everything nice and clean, beautiful and flat up here. Fireside, which is the model. Fireside logo on the side. And then we pull this drawstring to kind of keep everything taut around the bottom so it doesn't blow away. It's a good looking cover. I've always heard with these smokeless fire pits that you want to keep your wood below this rim so everything has room to circulate. So we've left enough breathing room in there, stacked nice and evenly, and now we'll put some fire to it. Now that is what I call a fire. In just a few minutes we got this thing going. Look, there is no smoke. We got great flame coverage. I mean, look how high those flames are coming out. And you can see the portholes are kind of facilitating all of that airflow throughout. You've got the grate on the bottom holding the wood up and the flames coming out the top. You know, for a fire pit like this, you always worry, am I gonna get enough flame? And the answer is yes, you're gonna get enough flame. Look at how much flame we have coming out the top of this. It's a gorgeous fire and it's radiating some real heat. I mean, I feel a lot of heat even 3 or 4 feet back here. The glass stones along the side just kind of reflect and refract all of that light. And the darker it gets, the better that's gonna get as well. So I'm really impressed with the flame that it puts out, and it seems really effective and really cozy. And even though I can't get too close because it is hot, I'm trying to give you a view of just what those portholes will do in the smokeless fire pit like this. They just kind of tornado themselves inside the bowl there. It's pretty incredible to sit around and watch, but look at the flame exposure we're getting outside of the fire pit. It's beautiful, there's no smoke, and it's just right for sitting around. And after leaving it all night to burn, you see this is what we're left with. Not much left there in the bottom. We've got just some small pieces and some ash that didn't make its way down to the middle. We could brush that off, but I want to check the ash pan and see what that looks like. There you go. There's all the ash that was deposited from the burn last night. So I would call that a pretty complete burn. Pretty satisfying to come out and see almost nothing in the bottom of the fire pit. And in my experience, you will see a little discoloration around the rim. This kind of material just bronzes over time, it darkens. So that's to be expected, and that's what we see here. So that's it for the Turbro Fireside 29-inch smokeless fire pit. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. That really does help. And I'll see you in the next review.